What's going on, guys? Alex here, and in this video we're going to be ranking every champion from S tier to F tier in Clash Royale for July 2024. And first off, to preface a little bit here, you guys wouldn't just listen to a noob who is a bronze sword player at the bottom of the League 1. So I want to share with you guys my best. I got my best rank last season, 1800, so I know the meta a bit, and I'm going to be citing some sources here, like an MLA format paper in English class. I'm going to open up my browser now, and here we have the S tier to F tier. I'm going to go right down the line, starting with Archer Queen. We also have some Royale API stats open here. For Ultimate Champion, we'll be using the 7-day and 3-day time frames. I have the 7-day up right now for the best cards and the best decks. So first off, starting with the Archer Queen. The Archer Queen is definitely the best champion right now. We're going to put her in S tier. She is absolutely solid, and even if your opponent has something to counter her like the Monk, you can always go opposite lane. She is just so strong. She's very good against Lava Hound decks, and right now, this Archer Queen deck with the Archer Queen and Royal Hogs is absolutely insane. You can see somebody is already at 2,500 medals. I was watching Riley play last night in a tournament. He was absolutely dominating with this deck, and she's definitely S tier. So we're going to put her in the S tier here, and let's move on to the Golden Knight. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm going to put each champion into an individual tier, but some of them could be tied. I'm not 100% sure about the Golden Knight, so I'm actually going to skip to the Little Prince. Let's go back to the Golden Knight at the end. The Little Prince is absolutely horrible now after the nerfs to him, so I'm going to put him in F tier. I think he has the lowest use rates. We're going to go to the card win rates on Royale API and scroll to the bottom here. I think the Little Prince is at the very bottom when I was taking a look. We'll look here. I can't even see him. There he is at the bottom. Golden Knight is also very low, but I feel like the Golden Knight is a bit slept on because you can pair him with the Tornado. So I'm going to put the Little Prince in either D or F tier. For the sake of things here, I guess I'll put him in D tier. And then the Golden Knight, I would say he's probably going to be in D or F as well. But you can definitely make some things happen with the Golden Knight if you pair him with Tornado. You guys got to understand that the Little Prince doesn't even kill goblins now. So he is just very bad, but the Golden Knight will either be in D or F. You guys can swap these two. Now moving on to the Mighty Miner. We're seeing the Mighty Miner in a ton of decks right now. He is super solid. We're seeing him in this Royal Recruits deck. We're seeing him in all types of decks, really. You know, you got your Hog deck. You see him in Log Bait. There's just a ton of decks that he fits into. I mean, you could even throw him into Lava Hound probably and he would work. Or this Remy Ali deck. So the Mighty Miner is going to be going to A tier. He's a very solid card. He acts like a moving Inferno Tower. So he is super good. Now moving on to the Monk. The Monk has been seeing an increase in usage because of the Dagger Duchess meta. We've been seeing him a lot more, and he's pretty solid. For that reason, I'm going to be putting him into the B tier. And that will leave the Skeleton King, which I guess you could say is pretty mid. He's solid. He fits in some decks, but he doesn't fit in every single deck. You know, he's pretty solid in Golem decks. There's some bait decks that we see him in. And you see him in Elixir Golem decks too because of all the swarm units, and that really causes a bait component and a bait strategy. We're also seeing him in this Goblin Giant deck. So he's going to be going into C tier. Now, I think that this is the most accurate champions list you can get. As I mentioned before, you could make an argument for the Little Prince and the Golden Knight. On the bottom end, Skeleton King is better than those two cards, and then the Monk is definitely in B tier. Archer Queen is the best, and Mighty Miner is pretty solid. I think that all the pros would agree with me on this tier list. If you do, make sure to leave a like. If you don't, make sure to comment. Let me know what you think. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, if any of the pros are watching this, like Boss, shout out to Boss. He's always doing these tier lists. Let me know what you think, Boss, if this somehow finds you. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay positive and kind to one another. I'll see you guys. Peace.